Namaste students, my name is Javins Dr. Neeraj Dholia, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jayoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. So in this lecture, we are going to study about the action-specific energy. And this is related with the subject, that is behavioral science. And before starting the action-specific energy, I wish to recap that what we have studied in the earlier lectures. And before this lecture, we have studied about the innate releasing mechanism, and before that we have studied that what are the different fixed action patterns. Okay, so you are very well aware about the fixed action pattern. So what are that is the uh, patterns which do not need to be learned or experienced for expressing them. Okay, so in this lecture, the topic is action specific energy, and if we talk about the word meaning of this term, that is what is the action specific energy, then it is the energy required to perform some specific actions. Okay, so what are those specific actions and what is that energy? So for explaining this topic, a very famous model is given, that is known as the Lorentz energy model. Okay, and it was given by a scientist, that is Konrad Lorenz in 1950. Okay, so the other name of this model is the psychohydraulic model, because it is represented as some hydraulic system, so it is known as the psychohydraulic model. So let's understand about this. What is that the action specific energy? So it is explained to perform the fixed action patterns. Okay, so the action specific energy, that is also known as the specific action potential, SAP, play a main role in showing the fixed action patterns. Okay, so this is basically defined in terms of the fixed action pattern. So showing every fixed action pattern required a specific energy. Okay, the scientist, that is the Konrad Lorenz, postulated or hypothesized that the action specific energy or energy for a specific action is constantly being produced, where in the animal's nervous system. Because in the innate releasing mechanism, we have studied that the central nervous system is the key player in performing the innate behaviors or the fixed action patterns. So they comes through the central nervous system, and the action specific energy that which is required for carrying out a particular fixed action pattern is already there in the central nervous system. It is continuously produced there, but it requires some specific or some appropriate sign, stimuli, or releases. So it is being produced continuously in animal central nervous system, but it is held in check by some inhibitory mechanisms until an appropriate sign, stimuli, releases. This energy is subsequently fixed action pattern. Okay, so in our system also the homeostasis is there. Each action have a reaction. So if a reaction is not performing at that time, it means that it is inhibited by something, and it requires some critical things to perform, to convert it from one state to the next state. So the each fixed action pattern is thought to have its own action specific energy. Until unless it didn't get that, it will not be performed. So the concept mentioned so far function in an organized sequence. If we talk about the example, so the appropriate sign stimulus is received through the sense organs and sent to the hypothesized locus innate releasing mechanism in the central nervous system, which releases the action specific energy to perform the fixed action pattern. Okay, so the path is clear. Again, I am repeating that the sign stimulus is received through the sense organs. Okay, then it's sent to the central nervous system, which releases the action specific energy, and the fixed action pattern is then performed. So in this phenomenon, and to explain this phenomenon, the Lorentz in 1950 proposed a model known as the psychohydraulic model. Sometimes it is also known as the flush toilet model, but it is not very well known. It is the psychohydraulic model is very famous. So it is to explain the correlation between various aspects to performing this phenomenon, like the sign stimulus, the innate releasing mechanism, the action specific energy, and the fixed action pattern. So in the Lorentz model, it describes the relationship among these 4-5 phenomena. Okay, so three things are there. One is the behavior, then motivation, and then the external stimuli, and that three things are correlated or are corresponding to the three again things, that the behavior is correlated or is related with the fixed action patterns. Okay, so the behavior which is expressed is the fixed action pattern actually. Okay, and the motivation is like the action specific energy. Okay, so from where it get the action specific energy? From the motivation. So motivation is action specific energy, behavior is fixed action pattern, and the stimuli, external stimuli, are the sign or releasing stimuli. So is it clear? Behavior equal to fixed action pattern, motivation equal to action specific energy, and external stimuli equal to sign or releasing stimuli. Okay, now Lorentz developed the model that brings together the main ideas of the classical ethology to explain the animal motivation to perform the fixed action energy. So it should be emphasized that this is a model. Okay, this is only a model. It does not pretend to be an accurate picture of the structure that actually exists within the brain. Okay, because the brain is something different, and this model is something different. This is only to explain the things. Okay, so the anatomy and the structure of this model, it is not comparable with the brain. Okay, it is only to explain the phenomena, how the things are working, the stimuli, the CNS, and the releasing mechanism, releasing stimuli. Okay, so instead it is a way of visualizing how various hypothetical systems work together to organize an animal's response to its internal and external environment. Is it clear? It is only a model, and to visualizing the hypothetical systems, how they are working together to perform from the external environment to the internal CNS, and again to as a output the behavior. Okay, so it is called a hydraulic model because it resembles like a liquid whose accumulation and discharge influences the behavior. Okay, when you observe the flow chart and diagram of this model, it looks like a liquid system, or liquid that accumulates and the discharge influences the behavior continuously. Some people call it the Lorentz water closet. Okay, so the action specific energy, that is motivational energy, that accumulates in a reservoir until released by an appropriate sign stimulus. Okay, so the appropriate sign stimulus is it is a barrier like thing. Okay, and represented by weights on a scale pen in the model, or until the pressure on the walls causes an action pattern to occur spontaneously. Okay, so the consummatory response or the fixed action pattern released vary depending upon how much action specific energy is released from the wall. Okay, so the all the things are correlated, and this model explains that how these things work together. Okay, so I think this is clear to you. Okay, so you can assume uh, uh, a tap that, and below the tap it is a there is a beaker, and the energy input from the tap to the beaker, and there is a wall below the beaker, um, and the wall is equal to the inlet releasing mechanism. Okay, and the wall is connected with some weights, and the weights are equal to the sign stimuli. Okay, if the more weight is there, means more sign stimuli or prominent sign stimuli is there, then wall will be pushed out, and as the wall is put out, the more energy or more action will be there. Okay, so the fixed action pattern will be expressed if the sign stimuli are dominant. Okay, so that was all about the action specific energy. Okay, so hope you are satisfied with this detailed session. If you have any query, you can write. I will definitely uh, try to solve your query and your doubt. And this session is powered by Digital Version 2, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Thank you.